probably about 5 p.m., maybe 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Time go forward today. So I'll be losing an hour of sleep, I guess. I don't know. But either way, I'm going to take me a little nap. And I want to actually do a live tonight about some topics. So I would love to hear from you all by commenting under this video and giving me some ideas on what you would like me to talk about. I will select from the ideas that are commented, and I will make a video on that topic. And I will give you my opinion on it, and so give you some background information on that. Of course, if I do offer a class on that, I will gladly say it before I start the video, and I'll, just give you an idea, a base point to start from. I take pride in all the work that I do, especially the class that I do, because I put a lot of, time into it, a lot of planning into it. That's why I'm so big on offering classes, offering events and stuff. And I'm also thinking about doing too for the spring equinox, depending on how many people join. I'm also thinking about doing some type of spiritual boot camp that obviously will be affordable. And then, like I said, we're just going to see how that go. I like to, as I always tell people around the springtime, I like to put out ideas to see if my subscribers are seeing that. If it's not resonating with you, then like I said, I step back and I do the other things that I need to do. So that's just kind of what I do when I offer these events and give these specials, just to see, an idea of why you're following me. I talked about this in videos in the past. On my other channel, I have like 5,000 plus subscribers, and I'm just like, I haven't talked to all of you. I probably talked to, out of my 5,000 subscribers, I've probably talked to about maybe 1,200 of you, 1,500 of you, if that. So it's like, what are the other several thousands? Why are they following? Are they following me for, just hoping that one day I'm going to give out some valuable information for free? Are they hoping? I mean, I don't know. I would love to hear from you guys about that. And like I said, that's why I give out these specials. I give out these deals. I offer classes on things because at the end of the day, obviously you're following for a reason. And I want to give you what you're following for. And that's what I always say before, when I do express myself and people say, oh, you're being too dramatic. Oh, I have to step back because you're a little too negative. Well, at the end of the day, I don't know why you're watching. I mean, I would like to think that you're watching because I am who I am. I would like to think that you join events and buy products because of me being who I am and you're okay with that. But when I am expressing myself or doing the things I like to do, some people are just like, ooh, that was a little too much, yeah. And it's like, honey, girl, bye. That's all I always say. Shout out to my people out there. You know who you are. There's probably about 2 or 3 of you that, regardless of what you're going through or regardless of what I'm going through, and we're talking about my personal people, not my regular viewers. Some people I've talked to outside of YouTube. We talked on personal levels. Like I said, there's only about 2 or 3 of you that has actually, you reach out to me regardless of what it is. You could be going through something. I could be going through something, and you're still reaching out. Like I said, I appreciate that, honey. It is what it is. We're going to keep it moving. Hello, Kim Collins. How are you? Hello, Chocolate Diva. Yes, hello, Lady K. Listen, I want y'all to comment. I'm about to take me a nap right now. I had a crazy day, honey. I worked so much today. I need to take me a little nap. Okay, honey, recoup this energy, especially we're losing an hour of sleep tonight, girl. Girl, there. Okay. And like I said, when I wake up, I want to have a conversation about some stuff, so share your ideas with me. Let me know exactly what you want to hear from me, and I want to touch base with that. I emailed some people. I wanted to do a little call in, but I just say, I'm just going to have to let that happen organically. When I actually have the time to sit down for a few hours in front of the computer, then I'll say, hey, give me a call. And then you can call in and give your testimonies. But, oof, I got the hiccups, honey. Ooh. I had a biscuit, cocoa almond butter, honey. Cocoa almond butter biscuits. So good, y'all. That's why I can't wait for the spring equinox next week. I'm like, honey, I was making it to where people can join at the last minute, but I think I'm gonna make it a deadline Thursday. I think Thursday is gonna be the last day for you to be able to join the spring equinox, unless of course you send me an email and you state to me that you want to come. Because I'm like, honey, I want to have everything. I want to have the amount of people that's coming written down prior to the event. I don't want to wait until the last minute and have that. So, and like I said, depends on if people come, depends on what I'm going to do, how I'm going to react. Hell, if a few people are coming, honey, I'm going to be taking a break. I'm going to be backing it all up, honey, focusing my time and energy on those of you who invest. Like I said, girl, you invest, you hit me up. As I said before, I offer these events for you all. People see these events as a way to invest in themselves, and I will give you extra time. How about that? We say 3 days, depending on how many people come, shows me that you're investing in yourself, showing that you are serious about investing. So I will give you more than just 3 days, honey. I will take a break altogether from YouTube, and I will focus on you and your situation. And that's what I'm thinking about doing. Because like I said, this is a big thing. People have done the spring equinox last year. I'm going to have a video for that too. They can call in and they can tell you what they worked on and if it manifested or not. And they don't have to go into detail about what it is they manifested, but they'll let you know that they did manifest. So this is something very, very serious. But, like I said, I don't think people realize how serious it is until they actually join. Because, of course, a lot of people want me to give out a lot of information before the event. And like I said before, there's haters that are always watching. And when someone is misery love company, because they can't offer no events, because they can never offer you a chance to meet up with them, because they don't have the common sense and or they don't have the people skills to interact with people on a personal level. They just want your money. They want to give you some jibber jabber stuff and they're done. That's why they tell you 2 days and they're done with your stuff, because they don't see your money as an investment. They see your money as dollar signs. So like I said, this is a chance to invest in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself enough to invest in that, or you feel like you can go somewhere else and get it for free and or for a little cheaper, then by all means do that. But, like I said, I want to start giving back to those who give to me, your casework you pay for, your classes you pay for, the products you buy have contributed to me paying down my debt, me keeping my credit good, me keeping my lights on, me keeping food in my mouth, me keeping myself healthy, my dog healthy, me doing whatever it is I need to do to be a responsible person in this world. Your contribution is assisted because of course, or has helped because of course you could buy products from anybody. You could do anything from anybody. But at the end of the day, you decide to come to me. So like I said, I'm forever grateful with that. And this year, 2018, that's what it's going to be about. Those who actually put their money where their mouth is. And I'm not saying that literally, but I'm saying those of you who actually show what you say. I want to make this year your year. I don't want this year to just be people on the outside acting like but and you're a spy. You're an agent. You're a double agent, honey. You're here to try to get some tea. I'm not here for that, girl. So, listen, y'all, let me take this little nap, honey. Hello, Devil Ivy. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. You like that Devil's Ivy? Girl, that's why I can't wait to go. Girl, listen, I was almost thinking Devil's Ivy on Wednesday. That's why I said Thursday, I think I'm going to give it the deadline to sign up for this. And I'm thinking the people that sign up after that, it's going to be casework. That's what I think I'm going to do. The ones that sign up after Thursday, I think I'm going to make it casework because I want to go lock down. A room or two. I thought about renting 2 rooms just in case. Because, sometimes when you go to places, sometimes the internet ain't working. Thank God I have a mobile hotspot that I can use for internet. So, I can turn that on, and those who attend virtually, you could see the stuff. But for those who come in person, I'm thinking about getting 2 rooms. One room I could sleep in, and the other room I can actually work in. Also, for those of you who come in person, just in case it gets windy, let's say it kicks up. Let's say you having fun. And you're like, hey, how to do, bada booty booty shooty chooty do, whatever. Like I said, that extra will be a backup. Who knows? Maybe someone needs to come out and get some tea, and they're like, listen, I got my plane ticket to come out there. And, basically, I don't have money for transportation or room. Hey, that extra room could be used for you. Like I said, there's so many ideas. So I'm thinking about doing that. So like I said, I'm thinking Thursday will probably be the deadline. I'm going to take my nap. I'm going to see when I wake up what I'm feeling like. But I'm thinking Thursday is going to be the deadline, because I want to get this going. I'm excited. I want to go there, like I said, on Wednesday, Thursday, and actually stay there. Because it's so beautiful, honey. Girl, what? Girl, what? What? And I'm telling you, I want to show you the room too. I want to show you the rooms. Like, these are presidential suites. When I tell you presidential, I took like 789 pictures when I stayed there the last time. I kid you not. I had someone come out and shoot me. I actually had 2 photographers. Lachey was one of them, and I had another person. And the bathrooms are gorgeous. It has full-size refrigerators in there. They have thick covers, comfortable pillows, comfortable mattresses. I kid you not. Very comfortable. Clean. The rooms smell very fresh. Huge windows, so you can open those curtains wide in the morning and see the sunlight. You can actually open the windows. The showers are walk-in. The bathrooms are good for people that are, if you're in a wheelchair, you could fit in those rooms perfectly. Like, it's really, and they don't have any special rooms for wheelchair bound people, because all the rooms are built the same. So they're all very spacious, wide doors, wide hallways, and like I said, just clean. There was no stains, girl. Just beautiful. The desk was huge, oak desk. You could plug in your computer if you don't want to use the Wi-Fi. It could be plug in. It could be Ethernet. I guess you call that hardwire. It just looked beautiful. So that's, I'm like, I want to actually go there, a day before I actually have to finish, or I'm given the deadline to join, so you can see it. And for those, of course, you come in virtually, you really don't care. But of course, those of you who are local and you're like, listen, let me come out there. Let me come out there and get some of that tea. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Me just going there for non-spiritual stuff. I went there to take a vacation, because I work from home. And when you work from home, you want to leave. It's like when you work at your job, you can't wait to clock out. Now, I love working, but the reason why I like to go out of my home, because sometimes when you're in your house, you start thinking, oh shit, let me do this. Let me do this. Let me light the candles. Let me organize the candles. Let me clean the candles. Let me grab the herbs. Let me get the herbs together. Like, I'm always thinking of doing something. So when I step out of my home, that gives me a chance to take a break from that, relax. So even when I went there to relax, like I said, it was so comfortable. I didn't even want to leave. I kid you not. I stayed there for 3 days, I believe. When I checked out, I noticed every time I get on live, my phones go off. Before I click on this live button, and I'm not subscribed to myself, so it's not my computer. So it's not my computer saying you just went live. It's like every time I go live, I get text messages and emails and stuff. I kid you not. Look, someone just, oh my God. Girl, what? See what I mean? Girl, it's like every time I go in this live, it's like they say, oh, let me hit this B app. Anyway, let me take this nap, y'all. I want to do a video today. What I thought about doing is I thought about getting, I want to do 2 things. I want to have a surprise guest. And what I want to do is I want to have this surprise guest before the spring equinox. So what I'm thinking about doing, and maybe I shouldn't tell y'all this, but I don't care. What I'm thinking about doing is, like I said, going to that place that we're doing the retreat at before we actually start it and interview my surprise guest there. Because my surprise guest is very, what do you call it? They're very fidgety about going to people's homes. They're very fidgety about being in people's cars. They like to look, they like to keep their, I'm telling you not, I kid you not. They don't like intermingling energies like that. Now they'll be in the same space with people, but they prefer public spaces. Not you come to my house, I go to your house. No, they don't prefer that. So I'm like, I want to get them. And that's just an idea I have. And it's going to be an interesting conversation too. I don't even want to tell what the conversation is going to be about because, of course, there's haters on the line. And they always trying to keep my ideas. But anyway, y'all, let me take this little nap, honey. Whew. Girl, baby right here, he overlooking. He like, Mama, we about to go somewhere? Not right now. Anyway, hi Norma. Yes, come on, Lady K. California is beautiful, girl. There's so much energy here, Lady K. It's so much energy here. There's so much. It goes in the L. Washington, Oregon, California, Arizona, and New Mexico. That L shape. Even going into Texas. Now, we were all indigenous here. This is an indigenous land. There was a lot of colonies of Native American tribes here. And I think people forget that on the soil that I'm on. I don't know what soil anybody else is on, but the soil that I'm on, the soil I live on, we have newspapers you can look up. There was colonies here, and the colonies of tribes here, they were very powerful people. They were strong medicine men, strong medicine women. We have a museum here that's dedicated to talking to the tribes of people that lived in the region I live in now. Even going back 30 years, the city I live in right now, it only went up to a certain point. The street I live on right now, let's talk about where I live at now in the 80s, it was only wealthy people here. Okay. In the street that's 2 streets ahead of me in my city, it didn't exist in the 70s. You had highways, you had streets that took you into the other cities, but it was all country road. It was all rural. And they still have trees. I want to go down these streets in the daytime so you could see the vineyards. You could see the trees here. There's so much energy in California. And unfortunately, you're blindsided by, Hollywood, ooh, girl, glitz and the glam. But if you are a spiritualist, if you're people that are about energy and rejuvenating yourself, California is the place. Napa Valley, San Francisco, what is it called? Sausalito, Petaluma, Santa Rosa, that region up there, the Bay Area. We're not talking about like Oakland and all that. I mean, there's stuff there too, but there's too much, demonic forces there. We won't even go into it, girl. The Black Panther brought that stuff there, but I won't go into that because, that's not the tea. Well, the Black Panther didn't bring it there. They brought it there by trying to corrupt the Black Panther. And I won't go into that. The Black Panthers, excuse me. But either way, above that, in Tyburn and Sausalito and Petaluma, like I said, the North Bay, San Francisco, north of San Francisco, that region right there, honey, it's so much energy there. And even if you go there now, it's beautiful. People go there for romantic getaways. You could take the train. And that's why I'm like, when people are sitting here talking about, I don't know, you want to come to me to get magic. And it's like, but if you look up the soil in your area, it's poisonous. There's no agriculture there. I don't know about y'all, but as a spiritualist, I don't want to be involved with any type of soil that cannot produce anything in it. I don't want to be a part of any, I don't want nothing from no part of the world that has gaseous air. The air is toxic in certain parts of America. And it's not about the chemtrails. Before the chemtrails happened, it was toxic. Your trees were dying. Your water was dying, girl. They had to filter your water out, honey. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? So at the end of the day, it's not even about how old you are. It's not even about what your ancestors did. It's about the soil that you grew up from. Because they said we come from the soil and when we die, we go back. My feet walk on the ground. And the ground that my feet walk on had powerful people on it. The bloodline I come from had powerful people in it. And it still has powerful people in it because my blood is their blood. So at the end of the day, magic is not about your age. It's not about what you claim you know. It's really where you're at right now. You know, it's no mistake that you were born where you're born. It's no mistake you were raised where you were raised. It's no coincidence and it's no mistake that things happen to those areas neither. So people got to always realize that there's one power greater than everybody, and that's the Most High. And when your history is rich, then you know that the culture is rich. And when the culture is rich, then you know that the power is rich. And when I say rich, I mean plentiful. Because rich, wealth, riches, abundant, you know, it all goes synonymous with each other. It is everlasting power. I went to a spiritual shop, and I told y'all this story, but I'm going to say it again. I went to a spiritual shop, and there was a person that was new to the whole spiritual stuff. She was very new to it, and she called it new age. And I told her, it's not really new age, girl. This stuff has been around, but because, people who decided to capitalize off of it, the commercialized spiritualists, they call it new age. Right? It's kind of like everybody saying there's a gay agenda when gays have always been here. They were here before. Hell, I'm sure a gay person helped change your grandmammy's diaper. And if he or she didn't, honey, they helped. Okay. So either way, I told her, girl, it's not new. So she said, why is it? No, she didn't ask this. The guy there said, have you noticed that all the spiritualists in this region is powerful, which is true. All spiritualists in my region travels the world. All the spirituals in my region, they do have power. That's why they're putting together a society, which I will not put it out there. Because of course, when people get they start picking up that there's a society going on that has some type of power, they want to try to shut it down. So my area, they're putting together a society that goes, it expands 200 miles, and we're all going to meet up once a month. And you're going to have spiritual healers, shamans. You're going to have African, Asian, Hispanic, European. It doesn't matter. All people of power. We're going to meet up in one little society. Now, I'm saying we because I'm thinking about going. I'm not too sure, though, but I'm thinking about going. If this woman I know goes, because she makes soaps and all that, and she runs a very successful company online. She makes I won't go into how much money she makes, but she makes very, very good money. But either way, if she go, I'm going to go when she go because I love her and I trust her. But either way, the guy was like, have you noticed that all the spirituals on here, we have power? And I'm like, yeah, because we're on sacred land. We're on sacred land. California is the only state that's not attached like the other states are to United States of America. California is the only state that is floating, and the only thing that has us attached to this place called America is the mountain range. That's it. We're floating. All of California is mysterious. Even going into Oregon, Washington, there was a continent called Lemuria, or Mur. We were connected to that. Hawaii, the Polynesian places. We were all a part of that continent, sweetie. Texas was not, Alabama was not, Louisiana was not, Florida was not, no tea, no shade. None of these other states were attached to that continent. Now, we could go to the Atlantean continent, but at the end of the day, I mean, sister, brother and all that good stuff, I won't go into that. But either way, let me stay on track. We are a part, California is rich in energy. It's rich in energy here. The mountain ranges. Do you not understand how much power is in water and how much power is in mountains? And California has mountains all over, except for the Central Valley. We have ocean, we have lakes, we have rivers, we have streams, we have dams, honey. We have spring water everywhere you turn in California. Sweetie, you don't understand that we are in a very powerful, energetic place. And that's why these witches and these, bitches, they can do whatever it is they think they can do. But sweetie, like I said before, it's in my blood. It's in my lay, honey. It's in my blood, sweetie. It's in my blood. It's in my sweat. It's in my tears. It's in my thoughts. Everything that I think, everything that I am, it's in it, girl. What you think you know is what you read in books. But like I said before, look up the history of your agriculture, and that's how you will know how powerful you really are. Even if your ancestors migrated from other parts of the world, look how much power they collected as they went from England into New England, from New England into the Midwest, from the Midwest into Texas, and make the way to California, or whatever your family journey, your family voyage was. Think about how much power they collected, and it's in you. Because once again, the air that you breathe is digested into your blood. The things you breathe, the thing you watch, the things you hear, the things you speak is digested into your body. And your kids that you have will also have enzymes of that in them. That's why I don't hang with bummy people. I don't speak to bummy people. I don't deal with bummy people. And you shouldn't either. You got to cut that out. You shouldn't deal with nobody who's ignorant. Anybody who is homophobic, transphobic, racist, I don't care what you are. If you are ignorant, sis, you need to cut ties with them, because you're not going to do nothing but keep sickness in your body and around you. Sicknesses feed off of ignorance. It goes hand in hand. Healing, love comes from knowledge. All that is knowledge. When you learn something, when you engage in something that is new and refreshing, why do you think when you learn something, ooh, this was refreshing to me? Of course it was, because it gave you life, sister. That's why. It charged up every cell in your body. Every cell that's in that body, it charged it up. That's why it refreshed you. That's why you walked away from them feeling something. Okay. So imagine people who stayed ignorant or stagnant. Imagine how they feel. You get sick, sis. That sickness in your body is stagnant energy, sis. I don't care what nobody says. I'm not apologizing for that neither. My mother survived breast cancer not once but twice. My mother had tumors in her cervical region of her body. In that whole lower area. I have aunties that have had hysterectomies. I've had aunties that had triple bypasses. And I'm only saying this to say that I know what I know. And these aunties that were sick, it had a lot to do with their stagnant energy. They held onto their past and did not want to let it go. They needed healing, and they didn't want to let that stagnant energy go. Diabetes, cancer, cataracts, high blood pressure, hyperglycemia, cervical cancer, endometriosis, fibromyalgia, anything that has to do with your body comes from the energy body first. And stagnant energy creates issues. And I don't care what nobody say. I know that because I myself was diagnosed with things, girl, and I don't have it now. I don't have it now. I can show you blood tests from when I was 19 years old, sweetie. And I can show you blood tests to me being the age I am right now. And honey, it's not in my body. It's not in my body killing me, honey. Because there's no dead cell in my body. There's no dead energy in my body. There's no hate in my body. I don't hate nobody. I don't hate no one. Hate is very strong. Hate corrupts your body. Hate will create death. Hate creates decay. So when I tell people that, people, oh, girl, but I had a cousin who had leukemia, and I won't go too much into it, but my cousin had leukemia and she was dying. I remember that. I did a video on it too. You go back and look at my old videos. That was in 2013, I want to say. And it broke me because this cousin, to me, I loved her. You know, I still love her because she's still alive. But I had, during that time, I had so much love for her. And to see my cousin go through this, you know, it broke me up. And something slapped me up out of it and said, girl, get up out of this. You know, tell your cousin she needs oxygen in her body. And the only way to get oxygen, you know, because oxygen, that's what it is. It's a rejuvenation and or a process of building your genes. It's gonna revitalize her. And I told her, something you're going through, cousin, you gotta let that go. And I can't tell you what that is, but you gotta let it go, cousin. You gotta start putting fresh foods in your bodies. You gotta start drinking water more, cousin. Spring water. Not faucet water. You got to cut the alcohol out, cousin, because the alcohol is drying you up. That's what hangovers is. Hangovers is dehydration. That's why you wake up sluggish and I couldn't wake up, girl. I was sleeping for hours. That's dehydration, sister. Go one whole day without drinking water. Go to bed and tell me if you could wake up the next day refreshed and revitalized. Girl, you gonna feel like you had a hangover. Same damn thing. But either way, I told her she needs to change her body. So we had a talk and she said, well, what do you mean? You need to take this. You need to take that. I gave her a list of things she needs to take. And I sent her links with evidence to prove that these things worked. And, you know, she started doing it and she started getting up. And now this cousin of mine, honey, she's perfectly healthy. Perfectly healthy. So, you know, like I said, diseases is a disconnect. And a disconnect is your own ignorance eating yourself up. That's what that is. Racism creates sickness. Homophobia, transphobia creates sicknesses. Xenophobia creates sicknesses. Disconnecting yourself from other humans creates sicknesses. Because what you got to understand is, sweetie, as a pack, you know, because, you know, we look alike, even though we have different skin colors. We all have two eyes and two lips, you know, a nose with two nostrils, two ears, you know, we have arms and legs on us. We look the same, right? So we have to look at people that look like us. And unfortunately, people will say, well, we need other black people because I'm black too. Most of my friends didn't look like me. My friends now don't look like me. We don't have the same skin color, the same hair texture, the same eye color, the same genetic background. And guess what? I'm functioning, I'm living, and I'm able. Now you look at these people, and I just want you to take note, who are pro-black, pro-white, pro-Hispanic, pro-Asian, and you look at their health, and you tell me how healthy they are. And how mentally stable they are. The ones that grew up with people that looked exactly like them. Exactly like them because they were focused on the outside, not the inside. How sick they are or how healthy are they? I would love to hear some feedback about that. Because I know that's not about what people, it's not about you being around other black folks because you black. I know it's not about that. Because skin folks ain't always your kin folks, baby girl. It's about you being around people that are loving, caring, and understanding like you are. Because you are a loving being. You are an unconditional loving being. And that's what you need around you to thrive, sweetie. Whether it's from a black woman or a black man, a gay woman or a gay man, a transgender person, it does not matter. All you need in this life is love and understanding, honey. That's all you need. You don't need all the other stuff, girl. The other stuff will come and it will go, honey. And like I said before, when people say I'm melanated, I'm this and that, well, girl, you go tell your grandmother that who's 6 feet under. You go tell that black man that just lost his life yesterday that melanin was all that. Let him be resurrected from the melanin that was in his body. Because the last time I checked, girl, the cemetery has everybody in it. Gay, straight, black, white. And girl, melanin didn't stop that bullet from killing you. Melanin didn't stop that cancer from ravishing your body, sis. What? Exactly. So let's get up off that bull crap, girl. And let's get back to the basics. But I kind of got off the topic there. I'm sorry. But as I was telling this man, I said, well, we're on an energy field, brother. We got agriculture here. California and Oregon and Washington. We're islanders technically still. And if you go to Hawaii and you go to any other Polynesia places, they live from the land and they thrive. They're healthy. They're beautiful inside and out. And they know their power, right? So the energy here is so strong, and the food, and it's true, y'all, the foods here grow quickly. Anybody can tell you this. The foods here grow quickly. Honey, you can grow anything in California and it will grow quickly. I'm going to talk about my city. I'm going to talk about my region. This area that I'm in, you can grow vegetables and fruits on your patio in your backyard, and it will thrive quickly too. I think I told y'all that. On my patio, I grew cucumbers, potatoes, and something else, and the cats were eating it, honey. You had rats coming in eating it, girl. And I just said, forget it. But like I said, it thrives here. And the girl was like, you know what? You're so right about that. It does. My grandfather, he grows eggplants and bananas and something else she said. And she's like, and it grows so quickly. And you're so right about that. Oh my God, exactly. Plant something. That's how you know your energy is what it is. Plant something, sister. Plant something in that soil. And see how beautiful it's. Like I said, you got people on YouTube talk about their soil is contaminant. It's contaminated and it's poisonous. You need to move out that state then, sister. Because if that soil is contaminant or is poisonous, then the air you breathe in is too. Because the soil put out things into the air. I don't know if you took earth science or not. But earth science had taught us that what's in the ground, that's why they put that's why they put dead bodies in caskets and they bury them 6 feet under versus just throwing them into a shallow grave. Because if there was bodies decaying in the ground, all those poisons and gases will be released above the ground, and it will contaminate everything that's within a certain radius of that. So at the end of the day, your soil is telling a lot about your life. So if you're living in a gaseous place, or you're saying you can't plant food there because it's going to be contaminated and poisonous, then sister, we know you sick. We know you sick then, sis. That's why you act like you're not wrapped too tight. You get on the internet and you act like a 3-year-old, but you're 72. 72 acting like you're 13. That's crazy. But anyway, I would love to know, you guys, I would love to know what topic you want us to talk about when I wake up from my nap. And, always give back to nature. Give back to your ancestors, honey. When you go outside, if you can, rub your trees down and say, thank you, mother. Touch that ground. Thank you, mama. Pick up those rocks. Thank you, mama. Look at the water. Thank you, mama. You see the ducks flying in the air, the birds flying in the air. You see the wild squirrels. Thank you, mama. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Thank you, mother, for not allowing a tornado for ravaging my house. Thank you, mama, for not letting an earthquake devastate me. Thank you, mama, for giving me another chance. I'm telling you, watch what happens. Watch what happens, honey. Giving thanks to your ancestors. Girl, the ones that made it possible for you to even be here. People are so ungrateful. It shows in your works, too. It shows in your works. You're not grateful for your life, girl, if you're spending every day of it hating somebody. Hello, Lachey. Yes, go ahead, girl. Praise that. Come on. Come on, Lachey. Yes. Hello, JT Funny. Oh, God, I was talking too long, wasn't I? Hello, J2 Funny. Hello, Mina. Yes, there is a lot of energy within inside the redwood trees. Yep, you said it right. Yep. Redwood trees, San Bruno, San Mateo, Palo Alto, East Palo Alto. I might go over there. I love San Mateo. I dated a lot of people from San Mateo too. Yeah, we're floating, J2 Funny. I mean, we're not floating, but we are floating. This is why they say, J2 Funny, if we have a 9 point magnitude earthquake will be floating into pieces. They said California will become an island if we have that big earthquake. Because I mean, like I said, we're just here. We're not, I would say, possibly even look up online, even look up the earthquakes that happen in Ecuador and stuff. Like these earthquakes, there's something called the Ring of Fire. And if you follow that Ring of Fire, it all these places have something in common energetically. And each time an earthquake happened on the Ring of Fire, it dislocates something. So people talk about climate change and it being the end of days and all that other stuff, blah, 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 blah. But I think earthquakes alter climates above the earth. I feel that. I know that. I don't got to read that in a book. I don't need no scientist tell me. I don't need no what they call him? A seismologist. I don't need them to tell me that neither. When there's something going on under the ground, something above the ground is going to happen too. Even going into this fracking, how they're digging for oil under the ground. It's changing our earth above the ground. That's why we're having these different weather patterns. But let people tell it everything is artificial. Well, if the sun is artificial, you can't get to it anyway, sis. So, I mean, why does that even matter? Everything that you see is artificial, sweetie, because you're in a third dimension. You're in a holographic world. So to say that the sun is artificial is being redundant and is really being ignorant. Because your hair is artificial too. And the body you're in is artificial too. Because artificial things, degrade, right? Artificial things decompose. Well, it depends on the sense, because like plastic doesn't. And that's artificial. But you know what I mean? Natural and organic things flourish. Anyway, I won't go into that because that'll get into a whole bunch of other stuff, girl. That'll turn into a two-sided thing and I'll have to explain both sides. So listen, everything is artificial that you see. The food is, of course it is, because you don't really need the food in the first place, girl. The body needs the food, but you don't. I'm not this body. I'm not this hair. I'm not these breasts. I'm not this. Girl, bye. Anyway. But, like I said, whatever goes on underground affects what goes on above the ground. Lunar sphere, solar sphere, stratosphere, atmosphere. You got all these spheres. And if you look at what that is, it's circle, right? Right? That's what a sphere is, right? Yeah, not a spear, a sphere. S-P-H-E-R-E. Girl, bye. I need y'all to step it up, honey. Take earth signs, honey. Thank you, Diva. Nope, I'm not sure. Right now I'm laying down Chocolate Diva, honey. Yeah, we are like an island. That is right. Come on. That's right. Don't forget to thumbs up the video, honey. Thumbs up that video, girl. Ow. And boy, too. Yes, honey. Hello, Tasha. You're surviving lupus and strokes. See, there you go. You're stressed out. You're worried too much. Lupus is literally any type of autoimmune disease. Lupus is an autoimmune disease which actually turns on itself. So it attacks the heart, it attacks the kidneys, it attacks all the vital organs of your body. Now think about this. What you look like attacking yourself? I'm going to tell you what you look like attacking yourself. Somebody who's not rooted. Somebody who is not knowing their roots. Someone who is not connected to their roots. Someone who does not have stability. Okay? So lupus is linked to stress, not being grounded, not feeling connected, not feeling wanted. Even if you break down Lu, a Lu chromosome, what that actually means. And then you have pus, P-U-S. That breaks down into other reasons or other things, which creates a whole nother language. But either way, lupus, people who suffer from lupus, they're stressed. They don't feel stable. They're feeling like they're floaters. They feel like they're not wanted by other people. They feel like they're not even loved. And this is what happens with strokes. That could be many things. That could be not eating right. But you know, that still goes into either your brain or your heart or your veins, and veins are your lifelines. You know, veins are your tunnels, for your DNA and your body to receive messages or to help carry messages to other parts of your body, just like your nervous system. So, you know, you're having strokes would tell me that, which once again ties to the lupus. You don't know your roots. There's some type of poison that has happened in your bloodline that's not been cleared out metaphysically. And what happened is developing into a physical thing. And that's why you're suffering from strokes and you're suffering from lupus. So to get rid of those things, because it is curable, they'll tell you it's not. I'm not a doctor. I'm going to tell you that as a disclaimer. But you know, there is ways to become stable and see what happens. How about that? Let's do that. Get stable and let's see what happens. Let's see how your health improve. Let's see how your health improve. Come on, honey. Hello, Rose. How are you, girl? Yes. Come on. There you go. People who look like you have hurt you the most. There you go, Lady K. And you know why? You know why? This is what I feel. And this is why I said I can't really hold it against them. You know, I can't really hold the hate that Black folks have for other Black people against them. Because, and I'm not even going to say it's the white man's fault, because, you know, they don't have a gun up to all Black people's head and saying, girl, hate on your sister. Hate that me. What it is that when you see someone who looks like you and you don't love who you are and you don't accept who you are, and you when you don't love and accept who you are, you know, in whatever area that is, it could be that your family might make you feel like you wasn't pretty. It could be that your family didn't make you feel like you were smart enough or that you were good enough for their love. What will happen is when you see other people that have a similar storyline to you, you begin to project that hate that you were taught onto those people. And you start attacking them. Black me, nigga me, faggot, transvestite. However you want to break down. Because I don't know about this. This is just to me. When I see someone that looks like me or suffers from the same situations that I suffered from, because I love myself and I was taught it was okay to love myself, I'm going to give them love regardless of what they're going through. And I'm going to try to see them from a loving point of view until they prove to me otherwise. Because some people, you can't make them feel love. You know, you can make people feel hate, but you can't make people feel love, which is crazy to me. You could show people how much you love them by doing the simple things, and they will take it as an insult or that you're trying them, or they will perceive it as being negative. And it's like, sis, but it's because they're not used to that, right? They're not used to getting knowledge. They're not used to getting love. They're not used to being healed, because all that is linked to love. Knowledge, healing, it's all connected to love. So in return, they want to attack you because that's what they're used to. They're used to negative people. They're used to people spewing hate. You know, they're used to people talking about people, reading people down, cutting in on people. They're used to that. So when you're not feeding into that, and or you want to give them encouraging things to go, they take it the opposite way. So if I'm being negative like you, then it's good then, sis. But the minute I'm positive, then it's bad, then, right? Or you're going to try to do things to make me miserable like you because we look alike to you, right? We have similar features or similar storylines. So because you're hateful and you're built with hate, you want me to be just like you too. And that's what that is. A lot of black people are hurt, and it's not about the white man. It's about their own family. You had a grandmother who didn't give a damn about her own damn kids. So the kids grew up not giving a damn about themselves, who in return have kids and who don't give a damn about their kids. So it's a lineage line. It's an issue that keeps going on and on and on and on and on. That's what the issue is. So that's why black people are hurt. You got people holding on to memories that they never experienced. You got people in modern day America keep bringing up slavery as if they were enslaved. Your ancestors were, but sweetie, you got to get a healing from that because they're no longer here. You know, they're no longer here, and you don't have to forget about the enslavement, but get your healing from it, sis, because you're carrying that burden and they're not even carrying it, girl, because they're not even here right now. They're somewhere else. Get that healing, sis. Then you wonder why you got diabetes, why you got strokes, why you like to drink and party and have sex, why you're in the hood, why you have 25,000 baby fathers and none of them wants to be with you. And then you go back to the white man. It's the white man's fault. The white man made EBT, welfare. So that's why the black household is built up. The white man made it to where the black man would go to prison. And it's like, girl, please. That black man learned something from another black person. Can we talk about it? Black people can learn things from people who don't look like them, just like white people can. But it's more stronger when it's taught by somebody who looks like you, especially if they are your blood. So how you are is because that's how your parents presented themselves to you. So when you hate people, it's because your parents presented that same hate to you, sis. And that's the only thing, how you can express yourself. Hate is an expression like love is. That's the only way you can express yourself because that's all you know. That's all you know. Liars only know lies. Cheaters only know cheating. Con artists only know how to con people. And that is taught. That is inbred in you. That's not a human, that's human characteristic. Girl, bye. Then everybody will be in prison. Everybody will be 6 feet under. There'll be nobody here having a chance at anything. No, that's not true. So that's why a lot of black people, are they hurt other black folks. Lady K, the same thing with me, honey. I don't identify as a African American or a black person, but, let other people tell I am black. So it is what it is. And so I got hated on and jumped by, disrespected by, exposed by people that looks like me growing up. Honey, they wanted to cut my hair. They wanted to, fight me because, oh, bitch, you think you better than me, huh? Like, why? Look the way you talk. Look the way you act. Look the way you dress. Excuse me? Because my mom sent me to school with clean clothes on, I think I'm better than you? I didn't know that, sis. Because I come to school to learn and I'm not in the back of the class horse playing around with you. I think I'm better than you. Why did you come to school then? Don't you come to school to get your education? Didn't you come to school to learn something? I mean, how do I think what? And then they would say, well, you pick and choose your friends. No, I didn't. My friends chose me. Just so happened everybody who wanted to hang out with me were white, Hispanic, Asian, or mixed. The full-blooded black people, or the people who appear to be full-blooded black, didn't want to deal with me. Girl, they didn't want anything to do with me, honey. Girl, they were calling me fags and sissies and I think I'm better than them, whitewashed, all this other stuff. And as an adult, it didn't change. I thought as I got older, it was going to change, but you still see these same miserable ass, full-blooded black people spewing they hate on their YouTube channels. Mixed black people are not even real black. They're aliens. Mixed black people are not even real Negroes. They're perverted spirits. And it's like, wow. But yet you have these same black folks that will sit here and say that everybody's mixed. And I'm confused with that, sis. So everybody's mixed When someone call you that, right? When someone disrespect you, everybody's mixed. But when you talk about people, it's, oh, you got a white grandmother, you got a white mama, you got a white daddy, you got a white grandfather, then you're not even a real human. You're perverted. This is why you're transgender, because you got white blood in you. This is why you're homosexual, because you got European blood in you. And it's just like, that just sounds so stupid to me. That just sounds so stupid to me when they say that. Like, a lot of people I know that we're not taught by white people, because they say white gay is a European thing, and I'm going to be done with this. Girl, a lot of people that are closet cased homosexuals are actually gangsters who don't do white people stuff, quote unquote, who actually don't even, I mean, girl, they don't even do the mainstream stuff. And secretly, they want a dildo up their rectum. They want a strap on. Shout out to DJ Envy. He said he loves the nice strap on. Let's talk about it. Yeah, he'll sit on that show and he'll talk about transgenders being men still. That is the concept of a self-hating person. Self-hating people, like I said, people that are hurt, will project their ignorance onto other people, and they'll try to pass it on as being truth. And that's what a lot of Black people do. And that's all I'm going to finish it with. There are open gay white men. There are some DL white men too. I'm not going to say there's not, but in America, the DL epidemic is 95% Black and Hispanic men. And the Hispanic men are the ones that are blackwashed, if you want to call it that. They're the ones that watch the 50 Cents and the Ja Rules and the Puff Daddies and all this stuff, So at the end of the day, who really has the issue, if you really want to talk about it, if there is really a corruption going on, sis and bruh, then can you explain to me how a lot of these Black women are very aggressive like men? A lot of these Black women come off as if they're men, and then I won't go into that. Anyway, honey. That's right. You do have power. Chocolate Diva. God can only meet you, honey. Magic will never happen. Energy conversion will never happen. Magic is the conversion of energy, right? When you convert energy, you need a what? Do we have basic current or electrical teaching right quick? There's a light in your house right now, Chocolate Diva, with a bulb, okay, connected to the fixture. And in order for that light to come on, you have to flip that switch. Okay, so something had to transfer the energy from the switch being flipped to that fixture for the light to come on, right? So let's say this, for example, God is the energy current that's flowing through the light switch and the fixture, but it takes a converter to flip that switch, or when the switch is flipped, to convert that energy into that fixture for it to come on. And that's how life is. See, what I talk about, the victim mentality, the victim wants things but doesn't want to put forth the effort to allow those things to happen. You have to open that door. You have to flip that switch. Yes, the energy is there, but you're never going to benefit from it because you never acknowledged it, for one. And for two, you never allow it to use you. Because once again, you're that switch being flipped, but the electricity is already there. So you're not going to put the electricity there because that's God's, that's the Most High's purpose, right? But you still have to turn on that switch, sister. And you sit there and say, well, I don't want to turn on the switch. I just want to sit here and just watch, see if this light going to ever come on by itself. You're going to be waiting all day, sis, because it's not going to happen, okay? So the same thing with life. You do have the power. Scripture says that all things that is inside of me is inside of you. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. I wanna pull this up. Can I pull this up for you, Chocolate Diva? I may not have to take a nap. I'm being energetically charged right now through having this conversation with y'all. So I may not have to take a nap. Uh, I I just want to break something down for you. And Chocolate Diva, I hope you're still in here to catch this tea, sister. Um, I want to go back. Let me go to Mark 19. I want to give you some scriptures. And if you got a Bible, I want you to grab this Bible and I want you to go here with me. Mark 11. We're at Mark 11. Find your Mark 11 on King James Version. And we're going to start at Mark 11:19, and we're going to read through the 24, right? Mark 11:19 said, and when even was come, he went out of the city. And in the morning, as they passed by, they saw the fig tree dried up from the roots. And Peter, calling to remembrance, saith unto him, Master, behold, the fig tree which thou cursest this is withered away. And Jesus answered, saith unto them, Have faith in God. For verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, Be thou removeth, and be thou cast in the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever you desire when you pray, believe that you receive them, and you shall have them. Everything that God is in you, Chocolate Diva. So if you believe in God and you believe in a living God and you say that you don't have no power, you're basically saying you're dead. So you don't connect with God. You have to meet God halfway. Scripture said that God helped those who help themselves, which is true. You have to meet God halfway. You can't expect God to allow things to unfold for you. People always say, well, I don't think there's a God because he let innocent babies die every day. No, he doesn't. You know, he blessed these women to have these children, but what happens to these children in this life is not, I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, you have to learn. You experience things to learn these things. You experience to learn from your experiences. That's what gives you wisdom. Knowledge means there's no edge. Okay. There's no ledge. Knowledge is forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Honey, if you sat here, you learned everything, you want to learn everything, honey, you would probably exist forever and ever, girl. You'll be here for trillions upon millions upon billions upon eons of years, girl. And that's why we have incarnations, because we can't learn a lot in one life, but we'll learn enough. So I don't want to get too sidetracked and go into that, but everything you go through is a learning experience. And what makes someone wise is you went through those experiences and you walked away with something. If you go through something and you don't learn from those experiences, you will always have to go through those experiences. And I tell you this, because I know. If you're going through something right now in your life and you're sick of it, I'm sick of being sick and tired. I'm sick of being broke. I'm sick of not having a man. I'm sick of not having friends. I'm sick of not feeling beautiful. I'm sick of not feeling wanted. Something you have been doing has not been working. And now you got to try something different. And I guarantee you, you learn from those experiences, you will never have to go through that again. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that, honey. You will never have to go through that again. And that's wisdom. Going through something is knowledge. Going through an experience just to go through it, that's knowledge. Honey, you're going to keep experiencing that. Wisdom is going through what you've learned and applied it to your life. That's what wisdom is. So, you got power. Let's see the injury from this. What is that? Okay, come on. Work. Yes. Come on. Yes, come on. Yes, yes, you have to hug a tree. You have to hug a tree, Tasha. Hug those trees, girl. Get and sit on those grass. If I wasn't allergic to grass, girl, I'll sit on the grass too. But I'm allergic to grass. That's why you don't see me sitting on no grass and pedaling. Girl, I'm allergic to it, girl. I love grass. Don't get me wrong. I used to make grass salads and stuff growing up, but I can't sit on grass, honey. When I move to Texas, it's going to be dirt, and I'm going to turn the dirt, keep it, dirt. Oh, I think that'd be nice. Like actual soil, dark soil too, or clay soil. That's what I want. I want to walk on that. Or it's going to be Buddha grass. Okay, can we talk about it? Or Shiva's grass. That's what it's going to be. Because, yeah, I don't want to wear shoes, honey. We're going to be barefoot in Texas. Honey, work. You can see the chats and recorded live videos. No cool. Oh, come on. Isn't that cool, Adrian? So they come in my room and they troll. We could see them, girl. Come on, sis. Yes. Come on, honey. Come on, honey. What is that? What is injury, Lachey? Yes, come on, honey. Come on, Lachey. Yep. 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 Yes, Adrian. Yep. Yep. And people don't understand the workings of your chakras, even when you do ascend out of yourself. Because people say, I'm awake now. Well, you're awake now. That means you can break your habit of eating hot Cheetos. You can go without eating hot Cheetos. If you love chocolate, you can give up chocolate for a month. If you love internet, you can give up internet for a month. That's what ascending out of your lower self is. When you're in your lower self, you're like, oh my God, I can never go without drinking wine. I can never go without eating hot Cheetos. I can never go without my cell phone. I can never go without electricity. Oh my God, y'all, the world's gonna end because I'm gonna be without electricity. Girl, bye. When you ascend up out of that, you understand that your purpose on this planet is far more deeper than a hot Cheeto or a chocolate bar and all that good stuff. And I can say that because I love hot Cheetos, but girl, bye. Just like I used to love Snickers and chocolate all the time, girl. And I haven't had chocolate in, girl, when was the last time I had chocolate? I had a Kit Kat bar, I want to say the beginning of February. And we're going to March. That's 30 days, girl. That stuff don't tickle me, honey. Security, people who are still in a lower self, how you know you have not ascended is you find comfort in materialistic stuff. You find comfort in other things external to who you are. That's how you know you're still in your lower self. You find comfort in having a lot of people around you. You find comfort in surrounding yourself with people or like I said, just anything that's external to you. People that have ascended from their lower selves, how you know you have ascended or you're working on your ascension, like it's a work in progress or you're getting there, is you enjoy being by yourself. You can turn off your TV and your phone and enjoy being by yourself. You don't got to have nobody in your bed with you. You don't got to have friends around you all the time. You don't got to have a bottle of liquor by you, hot Cheetos by you. You don't need those things. That's how you know you have ascended from your lower self. And in order to be a true spiritualist, you have to ascend from your lower self. You cannot be unconscious and say you're a spiritualist. And that's why I would say about these other spiritualists on YouTube, it's an oxymoron. Because they would sit here and talk about how they're spiritually inclined and how they read spirits and spirits talk to them. But at the end of the day, they're hurt. They'll tell you their life story. They were given up for adoption. The mama didn't love them. The grandma didn't love them. Everybody who raised them is dead now. They're sick. They don't have no kids around them. They're bored. They're lonely. And when you ask them, have you got professional help with that? I don't need that. Well, that's exactly why you're stuck in your lower self. And you're not a spiritualist. I don't care what you tell me. What you're presenting to me, I could find on Google. Present something to me that I can't find on Google. Tell me some things that I cannot find on on YouTube. I cannot find at google.com. And then I would sit here and say, oh shit, okay, maybe she is ascended. But like I said, I find it very hard to believe that someone has ascended and or have always been an extension of something, but their whole life has been boo-boo. If you are spiritually inclined, honey, you've always had insight on spirit, honey. And that's what stopped me from doing certain stuff, even before I started getting heavy in the arts. That's what stopped me from stealing from stores, going to people's houses and put stuff in my pocket. That's what stopped me from going to a club, getting drunk and going crazy, wanting to fight people. That's what stopped me from doing all that, because I had my angelic spirits telling me, honey, this is not your purpose. But when people sit here and say they are spiritually inclined, like I said before, and yet you became spiritually awoken at 40, that's questionable. That's very questionable, honey, because you are who you are by the time you're 27. So if you were still doing stuff in your 30s, like you were still robbing the bank, stealing from people, killing people, conning people at 30 years old, that's who you are. That is your genetic makeup. That is you on an anatomical level. That is you on a nucleus level. That is you on a mitochondria level. It is in your blood. It is in your cells. It is in your neurons to be that person. And you cannot sit here and tell me that, well, I've changed. No, it's still in you, sis. It's still in you. Trust me when I tell you, it's still in you. You could bandage it, but it's a work in progress. If you barely became who you are at 40, 35, I would say even 31, you still have the old you in you. You still have, the 27-year-old who was, or I would say even the 28-year-old, the 29-year-old, the 27, 28, 29, and 30-year-old who was doing what you were doing in those ages. You still have that person in you. So although you can mask it or you can heal it, it's going to be a daily thing for you until the day you die. It's kind of like an addict. You could be a recovering addict, but you're not, I'm an ex-addict. There's no such thing as that. Because you were doing drugs, it's still in you. That DNA is still in your body to do those drugs. Whatever caused you to do those drugs, it's still going to come up for you to relapse. Same thing with you if you were a liar, cheater, and a thief at 30 years old. Whatever caused you to do those things is still in you. Something could happen to cause you to prolapse. So that's why it's a daily thing for you. You should be working at that daily. And, there's no tea, no shade with that. I'm just, speaking what I know metaphysically. And you can read books on that. You can go to a psychologist like I did. I have 2 psychologists and I have a family counselor. And I can give you their names too, honey. And I can show you their letters of recommendation for me. Hello. Yes. Stop stressing on things. Yeah. Stop stressing on things, honey. Shut your body down. Stress. I have a class on hydration and stuff. Stress actually breaks down your body. People who stress a lot have health problems. It breaks down your immune system. Stress actually weakens your bones. Stress actually it raises the acidic levels in your body. That's why they say people who eat healthy and who exercise, eat healthy, drink water, they're happy people. They don't commit crimes. The ones that commit crimes are the ones who don't eat healthy, the ones who don't get exercise, the one who don't get water, because the body breaks down, enzymes are released into the bloodstream, and it makes them very animalistic. So you don't think before you speak. You don't think before you act. You act and then you think about it later. While people who drink water, people who put the amino acids and the minerals back into the body, the people who stay grounded, they're too good. They feel too good to be like, ooh, let me just step down for a minute and do this and that. No. And also how you feel is what you attract. We're in a feeling universe. Vibrations, frequencies are all feelings. If you feel horrible about yourself, you're only going to attract horrible things to you. If you feel good about yourself, you're only going to attract good things to you. It is what it is. So, that's something to think about, honey. Eat right, you feel good. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Hello, Mary. Yes, honey. Generational curses. Yes. Yes. Come on. Hello, Sade. How are you? Yes, I'm on my phone. Oh, Sade. Listen. I'm gonna go live again later tonight. Come in here and I'll make you the mod. I don't know why it doesn't let you do it over the phone. That's so stupid. Let me see. Nope. It is let you share. I could put the filters. Oh my God, I could put filters on this? Oh my God, I didn't know that, y'all. Who knew this? I could put filters on here. What? We break the door. Can I put that filter on there, honey? Can I put that filter on there? Like that? Okay, come on, come on. There we go. This matches the confirmation. Come on, come on. What did you miss? Hello, Lloyd Bowser. You missed a whole bunch of something. What did DJ Envy say? Girl, DJ Envy said that he likes to play with strap-ons, girl. Tasha. And now, see, I don't think there's anything wrong with that because I know men that are into that, but you know, it's kind of like lesbians. Can we talk about this? Because this is a sexual channel. I don't think real lesbians play with strap-ons. I think lesbians that are bisexual do, but I don't think real lesbians play with strap-ons because strap-ons are an imitation of a penis. And if you are a lesbian and you're not fond of the male anatomy and or you don't get turned on by it, you're not going to be out here putting on a strap-on to be done by that. You're not comfortable with that because you're not into the penis. It's kind of like a gay man buying a vagina toy to screw. Like if I see that, because I do know some gay men that do that, I'm like, honey, you're bisexual. I don't like it. But your sex toy looks like an imitation of a vagina. So I think you are bisexual, bruh. And they're like, no, I'm not. If it was a woman, okay, but see, that's what it is though. You don't like the essence of a woman. You don't like the pheromones of a woman. You don't like the smell of the woman. You don't like the feel of the woman, but you're definitely okay with the vagina because that's why you're playing with that toy. Same thing with the lesbians. I think lesbians who use strap-ons and dildos, I don't think they're real because you can get pleasure out of not using those things, honey. No tea, no shade. You could. You know, it is what it is. I've watched lesbian porn. I have lesbian friends. They never talk about their sex life, but still, I've had sex with a woman before. Like I said, I've had a threesome 4 years ago. So like I said, you can pleasure without using strap-ons and all that stuff. Same thing when women say, he got to have a big D. When I hear a woman say that, I say, girl, you must be one loose heifer because you could use a Mike and Ike to please yourself. No tea, no shade. You could. Ow, what? Even when I hear bottoms, gay men who are bottoms, when they say, I got to get a big D, I'm like, girl, your prostate is two finger widths inside of you. That's about an inch. All you need is an inch technically to receive pleasure. No tea, no shade. Same thing to women, honey. You girl bye. And that's what's wrong. That's the corruption of sexual intimacy. We're so caught on, bigger sexual organs. Oh my God, he has a big D. I'm so turned on by that. Girl, that's a fantasy to me. In real life, I don't want a man with a big D. Thank you. I go for the men who have smaller ones, actually. Ha! Girl, bye. You better ask somebody, honey. I don't want you displacing eating my organs, honey. Giving me hemorrhoids, tearing me up, honey. No tea, no shade. And that's wrong with a lot of these people now, girl. That's why they always pop around. You see them, they always pop up pregnant because they done had all the D up inside them, girl. They so damn stretched out that, girl, it's nothing. Girl, you could push a 10-pound baby out every 9 months, huh? Girl. Mm. Yes, honey. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Lachey. Yes, it was. Thank you, honey. You feel good right now? Come on, honey. Tasha, you are a fool. Yes. 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 I agree with you, Tasha. I think that feminine energy is very powerful. Nine feminine is the highest number you can reach. The other numbers start to duplicate themselves, like 10. 10 is the repetition of 1. 11, another repetition of 1. So this tells me that the female is more dominant than the actual male. The female is actually the leader when the male is not. But now going into modifying and possibly physical attributes, the man is bigger than the woman, but that don't mean much because the woman is the one that actually carry the babies, and I mean, just think about that. I mean, that's some crazy stuff. Think about that. Carrying a 10-pound another being inside of you, honey, for 9 months. I can imagine feeling full for 9 months, honey. Somebody said world star. Uh-oh, something going on outside, y'all. They said world star. Uh-oh, they must be fighting outside. And I hear police sirens too. Anyway, but 9 is the highest number you can get, and it's a very feminine number. 8 is 2. 8 is also feminine. 8 and 9, feminine. Yes, it's 9, 9. So either way, hurt people hurt other people. A lot of women, not just Black women, they didn't receive the proper nourishment they needed. Females or the feminine gender are very fragile, very emotional, and they need to be comforted and nourished, and nurtured a certain way. And a lot of people don't understand that. While the man is more intellect, right? But either way, the masculine energy the masculine gender is more intellect. But either way, these females, they can't take responsibility for themselves, or they cannot delegate or be responsible, like you said, Tasha. And it's not just Black women. There's a lot of women out there that are not responsible and they can't delegate and all this other good stuff because, of course, their mothers were hurt. It's a repetition. It's a repeat of things. So that's I always tell people, including my clients, if you don't have kids yet, heal yourself first before you have kids. Trust me, you're going to thank me later. People have good kids when they're good people. I tell you no lies. My mom, you ask my mom about us, my mom would say that all of us were good kids. As we got older, my other siblings, they got out of hand because they let other people dictate. They were letting other people influence them. And my mom, she worked to make sure we were taken care of. So my brother was always in the streets, so he took his ideas from other people. And then him and my mom, they would get into it because she was like, I didn't raise you that way. So they would fight and she would beat his ass. And then he would, try to fight back. And it was crazy. So at the end of the day, my mama, she nourished us. My mother, she let us express ourselves. She disciplined us when we needed to be disciplined. She didn't let us do whatever the hell we wanted to do. She put structure in our life and she understood the purpose of that. And that was in the 90s. My brother was born in my mom's oldest child was born in the 80s and the youngest child was born in the mid 90s. And she knew that. She knew that, honey. A woman who was born to a Black man, they consider my grandfather Black Arab. So we're just going to say a Black man and a white and Native American woman. She knew that. And like I said, that was in the 80s and the 90s, honey. And she wasn't in no conscious community, honey. But she knew how important it was to have structure for her kids. Okay. And even my stepfather knew that, who comes from a poor town in Louisiana, honey. Okay. So, like I said before, people, you're going to provide the best for your kids and you're going to give them some type of structure. If you're healed, if you're not healed, then you're going to give them looseness. And that's why we have these serial killers. We have 12-year-olds going to banks, robbing banks. We got 15-year-olds out here shooting people. We got 40-year-old women out here acting like they still 9 years old, because they're 9 years old. That's probably when they were raped, molested, abandoned by their parents. So they start acting out. And that's what we're seeing. It is what it is. If your parents are a bum, you're going to be a bum. Now you can help reverse that slowly but surely, but it's going to be a daily process. That's why you need to get into counseling. Hang around with people that are going to help encourage you, people that are going to lead you in the right way, in the correct way. And it's not about an age. It's not about that neither, because I do feel like older people could share things with younger people and vice versa, because the younger people are in tune with what's new. The older people are in tune with what they were taught. And a lot of things that they were taught is kind of obsolete now. It's kind of obsolete. A lot of things that we were taught, even when I was raised in the late 90s, early 2000s, honey, what I learned in school, now it's not even important or it's a lie, like they lied. So it's like, girl, unless you have your family like I did. My mom wasn't put up for adoption. My grandmother wasn't put up for adoption. Her parents weren't put up for adoption. Her parents' weren't put up. Like, we know our culture. When you don't have that as your background, then it's kind of like everything is questionable, because everything is he say, she say. But you don't really know who you are, because your actual birth parents couldn't teach you who you were. They couldn't instill what they learned. Especially, like I said, if they were bombs, like I said, it is what it is. I don't want to go into that, but it is what it is, honey. Everybody got a weak female in their group. Okay. How about that? I don't want to be around those type of females, neither those type of males, honey. Okay. Cause ain't nothing worse than an insecure male or female, especially someone of color, because they have that inferiority complex going on. And I think that's double whammy. Like, no tea, no shade. I think that is double whammy. Somebody who's insecure with being who they are on all levels, being a man, being a woman, being black, being whoever it is. Oh, no, ma'am. I stay far away from that, honey. No, ma'am. Black is not sagging your pants. Black is not talking about motherfucker. Black is not going out there cussing and robbing banks. That's not black, honey. That's not being black. If that's what you think black is, then I'll go to step back. Black is not sagging your pants going in and out of prison. Black is not robbing banks. Black is not committing crimes. That's not black, honey. That's not blackness. That's not what black is. Okay? No, ma'am. I'm not feeding into that, and I don't support that. So it is what it is, honey. Some of these people, they do support it, especially spiritualists, and it's sad. You got spiritualists out there who are supposed to be leaders, leading people to be bums, leading people to be, to have a debt to society, leading people to waste their energy and time on this plane instead of investing it so they can get it back. We're not able to put that much energy out. Think about retirement, right? Think about retirement. Retirement is a physical and metaphysical thing. When you're working on the physical plane, they take money and put in a bank or something for you, right? An account. You should do the same thing too. Every time you get paid, you should put up 10%. When you finally retire, you got all that money put up, sis. So when you retire, you don't got to worry about going back out and working again. You don't got to stress, because you stressed your whole damn life, right? So the same thing with spiritual. Put your energy and time into things that invest your time and energy into things that is going to pay you back in the long run. And that's why I said before why I offer my classes and my events. I could come on YouTube like these other YouTubers and just say whatever it is I need to tell you without teaching you principles and morals, and not even morals, but principles of how important it is to invest in yourself. A lot of these people teach things that you're not going to retain, that you're not even going to remember. And honestly, some of the stuff is obsolete, but they got millions of views. And I'm like, girl, bye. It is what it is, girl. You know, it is what it is, girl. It's obsolete. It's not that important. It's not that serious. You need to get to the root of the problem. You putting a band-aid over the wound don't make it healed. You got to get down to the source of that. What caused that wound to develop in the first place? Okay, putting band-aids on it doesn't stop it from doing what it needs to do. Either way, invest in yourself. Like I said, when you join those things, pay for those classes, you're actually retaining. You're actually learning, because you're like, girl, I just paid my $40. I'm looking at this class. I just paid my $66. I'm making sure I'm paying attention. I'm making sure I'm writing this down. When it's for free, girl, you'll be looking at it. Okay, I'm gonna go cook. I'm gonna go clean. Okay. And then you say, okay, what did I say at 2 minutes in that video? I don't remember exactly, because you didn't invest. You spent time watching the video, but you didn't invest time in that video. And once again, that's why I charge for my classes, and I charge for certain things, because I invested my time and energy to learn it, and I'm not just going to give it up. How about that? Girl, that's like working your ass off your whole damn life, have $1 million saved up to buy your dream house, and you just start giving out the money, say, oh, forget it. Even though I worked 50-something years to get this place, I don't really care. Girl, bye. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, girl. That won't happen at all. No tea, no shade. You are not going to get that from me, honey. Go ahead and go to the Google witches, honey. They'll share things with you that you can find on Google. You can go on forums and find. Go ahead, sis. Okay, bigger's not was better. Come on, honey. Okay, yes, Lady K. Well, I'm gonna lesson. That's what I'm saying. Like, none of my lesson friends use strap-ons. They already said it. They said, girl, there's no point in me using no damn strap-on because I'm not into a penis. And I'm like, see, that makes sense to me. Because a vagina is very sensitive anyway, just like a penis is, an uncircumcised penis. That's why I love a penis uncircumcised. Uncircumcised penises still have their sensation. Circumcised penises are like women who has a dry vagina. Women that, have a dry vagina via not being balanced, putting the wrong stuff in their body, including supplements, letting random people in and out of their yoni, if that's what you want to call it, vagina. Those people will get dry vaginas, and they won't feel stuff like a woman who don't do that, a woman who's sacred, who honors her yoni. And girl, she don't even like to wear panties, because the panties brushing up on it makes her want to cream on herself. I'm not trying to get too explicit, but I'm just saying it makes her want to say, oh my God, girl, same thing with a man. Like, you should be sensitive. But anyway, I won't go into that. You don't need a strap on to get pleasure as a woman. Hell, you don't need a penis to get pleasure as a woman. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. That's all in your head. I need to get laid. I need a penis. Girl, bye. Or when a man say, I need a vagina. I need to get laid. I need some poo-poo. Honey, that's for procreation, not pleasure. And that's why we have STDs now. Because people have turned sex into a pleasurable thing. It's supposed to be creative. If you're not going to create a baby, use it to manifest other things. And that's what, real prostitution should be doing. You're not just having sex because you're, oh, I'm so drained. Oh, I'm so bored. I'm so irritated. Let me go fuck. Like, what, sis? Like, you're using your creativeness. And I'm not saying this to be saying this. I know people that are 30 years old who want to spend their free time having sex instead of building their life. And they're 30 years old. I've been knowing them since they were 22. And all they've been saying is, I want to get my own house. I want to get my own car. I want to get my own this. I want to start my own business. I want to do this. I want to go to school. And they've been saying this for 7 years. No, they've been saying this for 8 years, right? Since they were 22 to 30. Yeah, they've been saying this for 8 years. And sis, what happened? Like, why are you... And I know why, because all their creative energy, all their motivation is going into sex with random people, and also giving random people their free energy. That energy that you're using to deal with these people for free, you could be using that to build yourself up to get to your dreams. And I'm not saying to charge for your time, but why sit here and talk about basic things with basic people when you can be sitting around with people that are trying to get where you're trying to get, and y'all can motivate each other to get that. Why? Why not? Instead, you're out here having sex with random people, which is going to take energy because you got to plan it out. You got to make time for that. You got to plan it out. Then you got to actually put time into it. That same energy, you can be putting into it and building yourself up. And, this friend I'm telling y'all about, he gets a little upset when we talk. And I tell him, I'm telling you because I know, honey, you're a bisexual man. I'm a transgender woman. Do you think I not know what you deal with? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, we're all in the LGBT community. I mean, gay people, LGBT people, we're very sexual, spiritual beings. So it's like, do you think I not understand? I understand. But instead of me sitting here all day thinking of how many D's I'm going to suck and who I'm going to get laid with tonight, I'm put that energy into doing some work that's going to take me into my next level. I'm going to use that energy to put into something that's going to take care of me in the long run. But instead of you getting your GED, and there's no shade to him, but instead of him getting his GED, because that's what he's been claiming he's going to be trying to get, I would say at least the past 4 years, he's been claiming he's trying to get his GED 4 years, and he hasn't got it yet. And I'm telling him, because you're focused on relationships, you're focused on being a boyfriend, you're focused on getting some dick, you're focused on all those explicit things that does not mean nothing to you. Like, sweetie, living is not having sex. That's not living. Living is actually setting goals, accomplishing your goals, and sitting back and saying, damn, I did that. That's the living. Living is not having sex. Who am I going to have sex today with? Oh, I need to get laid. Oh, I need that D. Well, let me go on kick and talk to this man. Let's go on this party line. But you don't got your GED, brother? You got time to get on the party line, but you don't got time to get your GED? Well, it's not easy for me. It is easy for you. Your brain is like a sponge. It absorbs what is forced into it. Okay. If your brain is loath and it's vast in nothing but educational and or positive influences, you're going to absorb those influences and you're going to be able to accomplish your stuff. But because your brain is not absorbed or it's not around what it is you're trying to accomplish, you're letting other stuff into your head. And that's why you can't sit down and focus on that GED. When you take that test, you fail it because you're not focused on what you're doing. Sit down, honey. You're not a dummy. Okay. You can walk, you can talk, you can breathe, you can eat. That's intelligence, sweetie. Think about it. You can go to sleep and wake up. You didn't die in your sleep, did you? No, I didn't. Exactly. There's a level of intelligence to you, honey, whether you believe it or not. I don't care how high or low your IQ is. You still have a level of intelligence to you. You have to focus on what it is you want and only focus on that. That's how I got my driver's license in 2 weeks. I went from not driving to driving in 2 weeks because I grabbed my driver's handbook and I studied that book all day, every day. I worked. When the work was slow, I picked up that book, I studied. I even went online to look up things they're going to ask on the test. So I kept giving myself pre-test, right? And then when I had so much stuff absorbed, I said, girl, let me go take this test. And I passed. I missed only 3 questions out of the whole written test. And the 3 questions were reversed. Like I had them mixed up. Like they literally, this one with that one with this and that one with that one. I kid you not. It was reversed. But it's like, girl, you can get it. Trust me. But like I said with him, and other people too, they're not focused. They just think it's going to happen. Like, girl, you have to sit there. If you want to get your driver's license, study. You want to buy a home, study, stay. You want to be a successful business owner, study, stay. Hello, girl. Knowledge is the foundation of all things, honey. You can't get there without knowing how to get there. Well, I'm going to get there because I seen Kylie do it. I seen Kylie throw on a wig, do makeup. She got on YouTube, and that's how she became a star. What? What, girl? Girl, bye. Come on. Your mom made me some Jamaican beef patties, girl. Work it out, Devil's Ivy. I'm really weird. I'm a 24-year-old male and I have no interest in sex, male or female partners. I just don't have an attraction to anybody. I've heard it's called asexual. Well, see, this is where the labeling come in, Jonathan. What I think what you suffer from, and I'm just giving you a spiritual, energetic opinion. Two things happen. You were sexually violated and or you were not sexually encouraged. What I mean by that is you did not have a healthy upbringing, period, when it comes into intimate relationships with other people. Meaning that you were not taught how to embrace yourself. That's also what that comes back to. Now, there's a difference between being sexually active and overly sexual. As a human, you should be sexual to a degree. If you're saying that you're not sexual at all, I won't say you're weird, but somebody tainted your spirit. Somebody put something on you. Somebody abused your spirit and or did not nurture it. That's what it goes back to, nurture it the way that it needed to be nurtured. And that's why you're not attracted to male or female. So what society is doing is instead of them working through the issues, they're just calling it a label and they're moving on. It's kind of very similar to the 41 genders that they now have online. And it's like, sis, some of these genders, it's like these are people that are obviously mentally ill, who are obviously were sexually abused somehow, some way, and you're okaying it by saying, well, we're not going to worry about healing that. We're just going to call them a bidroid. That's it. We're going to call them non-binary gender conforming. Sister, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. Trust me. Honey, these people were violated. And you're not willing to accept that. They have grown men out there dressing up as women. And that said that they feel like little girls trapped in a grown man's body. So you have like these 60-year-old men out there trying to play with your little 4-year-old, 5-year-old daughters. Like, that's a mental illness, honey. That's not nothing pretty. That's not nothing that, oh, yeah, it's okay. No, he's totally fine. No, she's totally fine. No, she's totally fine. She's what you call femdrogenist. You know, it's perfectly normal that this grown man, you know, wants to play with your little daughters, you know, and he doesn't shave his face neither. He let his facial hair stay there. He let his legs stay hairy. And I want to play with your 5-year-old daughter because I feel like a 5-year-old myself. Like, honey, no. That's a mental disturbance, honey. No, honey, we need to get you checked in immediately. No, Shay, we need to get you checked in to somebody's doctor immediately, honey, because there's nothing normal about that at all. So, yes, Jonathan Court, that's what it is. Either there was sexual abuse there or it wasn't sexual comfortability there, meaning you are not allowed to express yourself sexually because spiritual beings still need intimate relationships. Spiritual beings, you can't be celibate your whole life. You can't say, you know, I'm going to abstain from that. Look at the priest. Hell, look at the monks too. Girl, there's a lot of secrets that don't come out. Can we talk about it? Look at those priests though. These grown men talking about we don't get married, but yet you're over funneling these little kids. See what I mean? Like, you have to be able to express yourself sexually or you become backed up and then you start doing crazy things. And that's what happened. That's what happened in that Catholic system, honey. No, ma'am. All human beings need intimate encounters with other human beings. You need to have your body rubbed on and caressed. It may not mean having all full-blown sex. It could be oral. It could be, you know, massages, full body contact. It could be tantra style massages, but you need intimate contact with other human beings. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Come on. Come on, Tasha. Come on. Come on, Tasha. Can I sell a bit? What is that? Isn't that crazy, Sade? It is crazy. But that's why I'm like, honey, listen, express yourself. When people are like, girl, like I looked up videos of why women should cover themselves. And I know why. The ancient world, because, we talk about ancient Egyptian magic, which I tell y'all, those are 3 different things on that other channel. Mistress Tantra Lingam is one connected name. I'm a mistress of how to stroke. I won't even say that. Anyway, so either way, on the other channel, Ancient Egyptian Magic, like I said, it's ancient Egyptian magic. It's a channel about ancient stuff, Egyptian stuff, and magical stuff. So I put it together. Either way, in ancient cultures, women covered themselves because of the natural sensitivity to a woman's body. A woman's body is very sensitive. Even when it comes to sicknesses, women are more prone to colds, flus, and fevers than men are because of how the genetic structure of a female is, right? Men could talk all day. Men could do a lot of stuff. Their voice won't be fucked up at all. Men could go on and on and on and on, lift weights, do all this stuff, and he'll be okay. Let a woman talk a lot, girl. The voice go hoarse, all this stuff, honey. Mucus trying to build up to protect it. It's crazy. Even going back to what I was saying, because I don't want to get sidetracked. The woman would cover her body because her body would start to be stimulated by the pheromones and the electrical currents that are naturally given off by males. Males are naturally electrical charged beings. Not saying that women are not, but men are. And that's why when a female is looking for energy supplements, all the energy supplements have a little bit of testosterone in them, or to encourage the production of testosterone, because that gives you stamina. And women have testosterone in them too, by the way, half and half. But more estrogen than testosterone. And the same thing for males, more testosterone than they do estrogen. But either way, what ended up happening is these women, and I'm gonna tell you this, when people say that they have problems having babies and stuff, our ancient ancestors, not too long ago, before they started genetically modifying foods and putting chemicals in foods to keep off insects and stuff, like, girl, like, there's other ways to stop flies and mosquitoes and worms from getting inside of corn and stuff. Why spray these chemicals, which are going to eventually get into our bodies and mess up our bodies? Either way, let me get back into it because I don't want to get off topic here. Our ancestors, the women would be able to smell, because a man has a natural odor, which are pheromones. And this is why, women, or not just women, but people who love men. Men have a natural smell to them. I love that smell. And cologne and certain oils enhances the smell that I'm speaking of on a man. That's why I love a man to be natural and or to insinuate his natural odor with colognes or oils that have tobacco scents in them, and other scents, which I won't go into that. But either way, what will happen is these pheromones would stimulate the women to ovulate, and it will get them turned on. So bam, they lay down, they have sex, they're pregnant. And then while they were pregnant, they will be kept away from the other males and the other females that may possibly associate themselves with other males. Even if you look up right now, if you go like on National Geographic and they have these TV shows, you will see these younger girls with the old or the older or the pregnant woman. Like you have the virgin women with the pregnant women or the elder women, right? And then you have the young fertile women who are not so virgins. They'll be in their own little clique, or they'll be with the man or whatever. So the same thing with that, like I said, with our ancestors. And with the reason why they would keep the pregnant woman separated from other men, because let's say, for example, if a woman was pregnant by a man already, right? Let's talk about this. And the man's electrical charge is going all throughout her body. his pheromones is in her. When you have sex, you are exchanging energy and you're exchanging pheromones. That's why a woman will smell like a man and a man will smell like a certain woman after they have sex. That's all I always tell you. I don't care how many times somebody take a bath. If you want to know if your man is cheating on you or your woman's cheating on you, there's certain things you could do to smell their body and say, "Ooh, you're cheating on me." I'm telling you, there's ways. I know, honey, trust me. Okay. So either way, what will happen is when the woman is pregnant or get impregnated by a male, even though his currents are already in her body, by her taking her pregnant self into a area with other males, whether it is the father of the child or not, those charges will also start to get inside of the woman's body, and it will get inside of her bloodstream, and it will make its way into the fetus. And that's why sometimes you have fetuses that don't look like the baby father or the baby mama. It looks like one of the cousins, or looks like the uncle. No tea, no shade. You'll find that. You'll even find some kids that come out and they're nothing like the parents at all. That could be a product of the environment, or it could be the product, like I said, certain pheromones being loose. But nowadays, I don't think you got to worry about that because everything is so tampered with. Like everything is so altered that even what you watch is changing your DNA. What you listen to, it changes your DNA. I mean, I can't even express to you how important that is. That's why I say, I watch who I hang around with. I watch who I spend my time with. I watch who space I'm sharing air with. Because if we're in the same room and we're breathing in each other's air, I'm intaking your energy, your pheromones, your DNA, and you're intaking mine. So what I look like being in a room with a bitch that I can't stand. What I look like being in touching body to body. My skin cells rubbing on your skin cells, and I can't stand you, heifer. What I look like doing that? Well, you got to let it go. That's just, girl, bye. You go ahead and do that and let you get a mutated arm. Let you develop bumps on your back and figure out why you got bumps coming out your back. Why you got a rash on your poom poom. Why the bottom of your soul's got a rash on it too, girl. Girl, bye. People always say, girl, you got good skin. I got good skin because I'm always around people that I love and care about. I don't deal with foo-foo people. That's one reason why I got good skin. I watch what I put in my body too. But really, honestly, truly, I only hang around with people that I love and that loves me, honey. If there's no love there, girl, I'm not putting my body near yours. I don't want my energy around you. I don't want to pick up your vibration. I don't want your pheromones and cellular or anatomic DNA to get inside of me. So, I mean, like I said, that's why, our ancestors would cover their body. But I've seen some stuff on them saying that a woman who show off her body is almost manly. That's why women who are very sexually active is because they have a high testosterone level. And I'm like, well, that could be it. But even when women are pregnant, they're horny. So I think just a rise in a whole bunch of things. And it's not testosterone that is risen in a woman's body when she's pregnant. She has estrogen, progesterone, and there's other enzymes and amino acids that are multiplied when she's pregnant. So I think it's other things that also make someone in the mood. I don't think it's just testosterone. But, going back into infertility, people say they have infertility problems. You need to start eating cleaner. Your man needs to start eating cleaner. If your man smokes, he needs to cut that out. If he drinks, he needs to cut that out too. Unless y'all drinking organic wine. They got organic wine out there. You could drink that or drink clear liquor, tequila, vodka. You could drink that. That's not bad for you. But that color stuff, it is. Drink that, only that. Drink your water. Get your rest on. I guarantee you'll reset. Matter of fact, I even encourage you to go out and see nature. I'm going camping this year. I don't care what nobody say. I'm going camping this year. Even if it's just me and Anubis, I don't care. Me and Anubis will go camping. We'll go camping. I don't give a damn. We'll go by ourselves. You want to go camping, baby? You want to go camp with your mama? He'll love camping. But girl, bye. I'm going camping this year. I kid y'all not. I'm going camping this year. And it resets your biological clock, honey. So infertility, you need to stop stressing. You need to put good things in your body. And I guarantee you spend more time with your man. Stop dealing with other men because that stuff could block you from getting pregnant. And watch how easy you're going to be able to get pregnant. Watch how easy things are going to start operating. You're going to say, ooh, I noticed my periods are longer. I'm telling you. Or, shorter. I noticed my periods change too. Exactly, girl. I'm telling you. What do you do for your position? I don't feel like I'm at any loss, but everyone says otherwise. Well, if you don't feel like you're lost, then I encourage you to don't put too much stress on it. But what I will tell you this, try one thing for me, Jonathan. I want you to try to put more red foods in your diet. Put more spicy foods in your diet, more red foods in your diet. Do you like spicy foods, Jonathan? See? There you go. See? You don't like exchanging all those intimacies you are talking about. I get that. Most people do, but I'm not into that. And you're human, though, not a robot. You're best when in a group, not solo. Yes, honey. Hello, Lakers pod. How are you? Yes, girl. I know, girl. You know the haters. You know what they did, girl. Lakers pod. They hated on me, girl. We were getting good, girl. Girl, the straw that broke the back was the accuracy of the Kaya read I gave. That broke their back. What really broke their back is when I offered the Orisha class, which actually turned out to be great. Just like when I was selling my Oshun oil, they were trying to deter people from not getting Oshun oil, and that's their loss. You the one that's looking like a fool, not me, honey. It is what it is, girl. I'm not Crown, and I use Oshun oil. I just made some new Oshun oil, too, by the way, honey. Okay? Hello. But, girl, I use Oshun oil. I love Oshun oil, girl. And it works on all levels. But they let people, don't deal with Oshun. Oshun will take money away from you if you don't go to a Crown person. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Girl, you can't get no spiritual advice from people that ain't on my level, honey. If you say you are my family, it won't happen. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work. You're not into spicy. Okay. Okay. So try eating a little bit of spice. Try putting some cayenne pepper, some ginger. Try putting some, a little bit of jalapeno juice. Incorporate that with your red foods. Do this for 30 days, Jonathan, and then tell me what you feel like. Because, of course, sexual energy is connected to creativity. So if you're not having sex or you're not into sexual things, then my question to you is, how successful are you? Are you living out your goals? Are you accomplishing the things that you set out for yourself to accomplish? That's what I would like to know. Because I think that goes hand in hand. Also going into your sacrum or your sacral chakra is connected to creativity and how you express yourself. And it also reminds you that you are a sexual being. As a human being, you are a sexual being. The suppression of that tells me that something is wrong. When people say, well, I'm not sexual, I don't got to have sex, something happened to you, sis. Not being sexual is a sign of insecurity. I don't like how I don't got to have sex. I could instead of having sex, I can go paint. Girl, bye. I got a PlayStation 4 and a PlayStation 3. Girl, I won't even go into that. But like I said, I can say I don't like sex. I want to just sit up and play my PlayStation all day. I don't like my spiritual stuff. I could just sit here and Oh, Lupus is so funny right now. He's trying to tell me I'm talking too much. Yes, honey. Yes, liquor spot. Come on, honey. But try that, Jonathan. Perfect. There you go. But also, you said it. Opening the doors to success is clearing out your root and sacral chakra. People that are constantly rejuvenating and renewing those chakras are rising above the obstacles that are placed on them. I encourage you, Jonathan, to look up I have a class on chakras, but just in case, you're not interested in paying money to learn some things, I'm sure there's someplace out there where they'll give you a baseline of the connections of your chakras and your reality. Learn it. Like I said, eat your red foods, your orange foods. Get you some spice in your life, hot Cheetos, well, not hot Cheetos, but cayenne, ginger, cardamom, spiciness. Get that in your life. After 30 days, tell me what you feel. And I will also encourage you to keep a journal, Jonathan. Journal how you feel while you're doing it. Today I woke up and I felt this and that. Today I woke up, I felt this and that. Because like I said, being asexual and or not being sexually active in any way, shape, or form, that could be linked to a lot of stuff. Even coming up could be shyness. You're insecure, insecurity. You don't want to be into no one else because you don't want to be judged. Intimacy, people see you for who you really are. Intimacy, is usually done without clothes on. It's raw. You're vulnerable. The male and the female, the giver and the taker, you're both vulnerable. Things are expressed during that time that people won't say when their clothes are on or outside of that. When people are having intimate relations as in a sexual activity, they'll say, I love you, baby. I want you, baby. Let's get pregnant. They'll say that while they're in the moment. After they're done, they're like, you better not be pregnant. You better not. Or, do you love me really? Well, I don't know. Did I say that? Of course you said that. You see what I mean? So it becomes like, I don't know, like I said, in that moment, things are exchanged. When the moment's over, the things are not expressed. And that's how I feel even with the, going into the, with you being asexual, not being into any sex. You just like people. There's something there. There's some type of blockage there. And I know it's either in your root chakra or it's in your sacral chakra. So once you learn about those two, I would love for you to come back, Jonathan, and express that you learned something. We learned about those two. I would love that. How you feel with the information that was provided. There you go. There you go. There you go. Hello, plant care. You said it. And I know people, there was a guy on Catfish, I think, who was asexual. I actually knew this guy. Well, I knew someone who knew him. And to me, the guy was gay to me. He looked gay. But he said he wasn't into male or females. He was attracted to intelligence, right? He wasn't a sexual person. But I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, as I'm looking at this man, he was violated. He was molested. He was touched. And it caused him to shut down. And that's why he's not into sex, because it make him feel weird. And sure enough, like I said, I knew someone who knew this person, and they told me he was molested. He was molested by his grandfather and his uncle. His dad died when he was a certain age. He was molested by his uncle and his grandfather. And that's what I'm saying. On Catfish, he didn't talk about that. On Catfish, he didn't say, I grew up and this is that. He didn't share that. He just said he was asexual, and he always knew he was asexual and this, that. And it's like, girl, bye. You are a human being. Especially you have testicles in you. Something is off. Something is off. And not saying that men are more sexual than women. because I think it's equal. I think healthy men and healthy women are both sexual beings. Something is blocking. Something is blocking to make a man or woman say, well, I don't think about sex. That's not my thing. I don't have sex, honey, but I play with myself. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Can we talk? Okay, come on, Rose. Rose, you know the guys be saying that, girl. They be like, oh, yeah, babe, I want to get you pregnant. Girl, listen, my friend and her boyfriend, girl, he's told her some crazy stuff. Matter of fact, I was selling a clip, and she actually let me listen in on their stuff, honey. And this man was like, his voice changed, Rose. That's the thing. When you have sex, something takes over. I feel that. When you are a man or woman, when you have sex, something takes over. And I think it's who you really are. I think it's really who you are. That's why a lot of people are afraid of sex. A lot of people are afraid of having sex because who they really are becomes expressive, right? So this guy is very tough sounding. Yeah, no, I'm not. B-U-D, da. But while they were doing it, which lasts for like 35 minutes, I got the timer and everything, girl, because I recorded it and I sold it as a promotion for something. And she said I could. That's why I was listening. Either way, while they were doing it, his voice kind of went up a little bit. He didn't sound like a girl, but it went up. And he was being very expressive. I love you. You the bomb. You the only one. You the only one. You the baddest, baby. Baby, you mine. Like, he was expressing all this stuff to her. Girl. One thing she said is, you can have anything you want from me. And she's like, oh, yeah. She said, I want some money right now. He's like, I'll give it to you. What you want? What you want? She's like, I want that. Like, he was willing to give in. I think even, I have to go back and listen. I think even in the conversation, because she wants to have a baby, right? To the point to where they even have unprotected sex and she does not get pregnant. And I know she can have a baby because we done some tests in person, spiritually. I know she can have a baby. But what ended up happening is, he'll pull out. He knows when he's about to do it and he'll just pull out. But I think in that recording, he actually stated, like, I'm gonna get you pregnant. You gonna carry daddy's baby. And, he's just getting so turned on. And she's like, yes, give me pregnant, baby. And then sure enough, after, honey, she's like, oh my God, you pulled out again? And he's like, yes. And she's like, but I thought you want me to carry your baby. He's like, shit, not right now. It was like a whole nother person, Rose. I kid you not. It was like a whole nother person. And I'm like, I know that. I've had sex with people. They do act different. They do talk differently. When someone is intimate with you, I love you. You're this and that. You're this. Oh, baby, you're the queen. Oh, baby, we're this and that. Once it's over, girl, it's like, okay, what happened to the person I was laying with last night? What happened to that's what I'm saying. I can't be with nobody who don't give me no sex, or I can't be with somebody who gives me sex only once a week. Because when we have sex, I'm going to really know what's in your head. And you not giving me sex meaning that you don't want to be vulnerable. You not giving me sex meaning that you don't want to express yourself. You giving me sex meaning that you don't want me to know who you really are. Because while we're doing it, you might slip up and say something. That's another reason why a lot of people don't have sex with their partners, but they'll go have sex with other people. Or some people don't have sex with partners or with other people because they don't want to be vulnerable. But the ones who don't mind being vulnerable, they don't want to be telling their partner new shit. Like, they might slip up and call you Stacy. You like, Stacy? Who the hell is Stacy? Baby, what? Exactly. You called me Stacy. Who is Stacy? And that happened to me before too, honey. Don't play with me. I called, I was having my phone with a guy named Jairo, and he, or you would call him Jaro, I guess in English, Jaro. And when we were doing it, I called him Edgar. Now, Edgar is my ex-boyfriend who he kind of reminded me of, but I didn't tell him that, girl. And that's why we stopped talking. Because he said, you must still be talking to someone by the name of Edgar because you called me that. And my name don't sound like that, don't look like it, it's not spelled like it. And I'm like, I understand, but I don't know what made me call you that. But I do know what made me call him that because I was thinking about Edgar. We'll call him Eddie. I was thinking of Eddie throughout that whole day. I wonder where he's at right now. I wonder what he's doing. I wonder if he ended up getting a job working for the FBI. Like I was thinking, I wonder. You know, I was like, I wonder. And then sure enough, you know, Jairo, he comes and, you know, we were dating and we ended up doing it that night. We watched Poseidon. That water got him. I don't know why what that water did to him, girl, but we watching that Poseidon movie, girl, and I made some enfrijoladas too. Ooh, enfrijoladas. Yes, honey. We have some enfrijoladas, which he loves enfrijoladas, believe it or not. He was Brazilian, but he loved him some damn Mexican food, which is crazy. But I mean, anyway, honey, after we were done, we put the plates on the side and we went into town, girl. And I said, Edgar. And I kid you not, we slowly stopped talking. And we stopped talking because I found out he was talking to this girl named, I won't say her name. She looked like she had Down syndrome. I said, oh, he left me for a Down syndrome, bitch. Oh, you cutting in on me. Okay, brother. Okay, but that's good, though. That's good, though. I haven't seen him online either. So he must be happy with her somewhere. They must have moved somewhere. They must be in Florida or something right now. Texas. Who knows? Oh, you do? Oh, that's sad. People always ask you if you're gay because you don't have sex with people. Well, that's different though, Jonathan. Being nude is different from being sexually intimate. I'm very comfortable with my body. I don't mind showing people my nude body. I don't mind whipping my clothes off, honey, and saying this is me. But now to bring you to my home or for me to go to your home or for us to meet at a hotel and to be intimate with each other, I got to think about that. Because that takes it. That's what I'm saying. In my mind, I don't know how people can have sex with random people. I don't know how people can go to the bars and to go back home the same night and have sex with a random person you just met last night. I don't care how turned on they had you. I don't know how that could happen because you're so vulnerable when you have intimate, or should I say sexual activities with other people. It makes you vulnerable and it breaks you down. And if people have attachments on them magically, it gets into your body. And it starts in your genitalia area. I think yeast infections, I think cervical cancer, I think testicular cancer, I think penile cancer, I think bacteria infections, all this happens in your root and sacral area. I think that is a physical manifestation of spiritual attachments that was transmitted through sexual activities, regardless of if you did it with them, if they just touched down there. That is a energetic manifestation of that. I believe that. I know that to be true because I went to school for medical, so I know that to be true. And I'm a medic physician, I guess you should call it that, someone who evaluates the spiritual bodies. So I know that's what it is. Bladder infections, yeast infections, all that is a imbalance of some sort that has been manifested through a spiritual attachment in a sexual way. I even think sometimes watching people's videos and stuff and thinking about them while you're having sex, you know, with yourself, you are giving them energy. And I'm not even going to say I think that, I believe that. I've experienced things, even as an adult entertainer myself. That's what made me kick up my spiritual stuff. You know, I was an escort. I was a femdom. I'm still an adult entertainer virtually. So imagine how many people all around the world is doing things to themselves while looking at my pictures. And I was always sick. I would have headaches like, oh my God, what is going on? I would be nauseous. I would feel like somebody rammed a 3x4 inside me. I kid you not. I would feel horrible. People who know me could verify this too. And I started saying something is not right. Something is not right. And I start going in spiritually and I start asking my spirit. People say spirit guides. I don't call my spiritual guides. They're just spirits, or they're spirits that assist me. I start asking them to show me what part of my body is really the problem. Because they say when your left side of your body hurts, something is going on the right side. And when your right side hurts, something's going on your left side. Like your body is reversed, right? So I would see stuff, and I would see like certain men, and I would literally see these men in my visions. I kid you not. And these men will end up reaching out to me, and I'll be like, wait a minute, this is a deja vu. And they're like, what? You met up with me before, mama? And it's like, I don't think I met with you, but I feel like we have. And I know I seen you. Yeah, my spirit showed me. You were the one that were playing with yourself to my video, and you were being aggressive with it. You were lighting your candles. You were putting flowers around. You were toasting wine up. You were doing sex magic. And they're like, are you some type of psychic? If you could say that, but you were taking it to a whole nother level. And that's why I was feeling that stuff. You wasn't just turning on the screen, playing with yourself and logging out. You were going really in depth with it. You're probably having a poster of me on your wall too, saying, we're going to meet together one day, mommy. And then of course they'd be like, I'm not that weird. But honey, you were doing ritual stuff. You were ritualistic with it. That's why I felt it. But that's why I was feeling that stuff. So that's why I learned to protect my home. There's things you put around your house on the outside and the inside to stop energy from penetrating your home. That's from outside sources, and that won't happen. You can have videos online. People can't use your shit. They can't take your energy. Okay, I'm looking at this video now. Good for you. You can't take my energy though. But anyway, honey. Okay, come on, Rose. You do talk a lot of stuff. My best friend's Filipino, and his mom had 2 kids when she became seller. She's 65 now and hasn't had sex. Oh, well, 65 is normal because when a woman after she hits menopause, her yoni becomes dry and her body becomes male-like with growing facial hair. And their voice even becomes deeper, and their hairline becomes receding, and even their face becomes masculine too. Not all. It's because the testosterone levels have increased. Devil's Ivy. So 65 years old, she haven't had sex in years. I mean, that's normal. Now when you talk about a 30-year-old being a celibate person at 30 and you have not got laid since you were 19, The only way to connect with people is on a sexual level. That's the only way to truly connect with someone, I think, is a sexual level. And I think an intimate level. Sexual is if you actually want that person to become one. That's why the Bible speaks of, and the Quran speaks of, spiritual marriages. Spiritual marriages is done when you have intimate relations with people, because you're literally entering their body or they're entering your body. And what people don't understand is the vagina and the penis is both givers and receivers. The vagina intakes and it expels, while the penis intakes and it expels too. The penis ejaculates semen and stuff, but when the penis is stroked, it pumps. So it's sucking in cells, it's sucking in all that stuff. And then the ejaculation is ultimately an explosion or something. The vagina, the same thing. It absorbs, but it's also letting out the extra stuff. The extra stuff it doesn't need. The things that it doesn't, find use. And if the body's healthy, it does that. When the woman's body is not healthy, the vagina becomes an incubator. And it actually stores and keeps things that shouldn't be kept down there in that region. And what happens is it manifests into things like vaginal odors, bacteria infections. It might be blackening of the tissue. She might get dryness down there. She might have a certain itch down there. But that is a unhealthy body storing things instead of get rid of it. And even when, women are ejaculated in, it will expel that stuff out naturally. Women know what I'm talking about, honey. It is what it is. But, like I said, you're doing this with random people. You become spiritually tied to them. And as I said, honey, honey, God knew what he was doing. She was doing, they were doing, honey, when they made me in this life as a transgender woman. Because if I had a working vagina and uterus, I'll be very picky about who I have sex with. as I do now. I'll be very picky about who I would have a kid with. And it is what it is. All my kids will be by somebody who has power. And there's no tea, no shade with anybody. I will not be having no kids by no bum or a man who come from a line of bums. Okay, mama was in prison, daddy was in prison. Girl, bye. We ain't having no kids together. Girl, bye. Girl, let me meet your mama and daddy. What is your lineage line looking like? Your grandfather was a serial killer. Oh, hell to the no. Your grandfather's serial killer? Oh, I gotta let you go, baby. Yes, Lady K. Sex is reared. Come on, honey. Yes, sex is required. Lady K says she want a man that's sexually healthy. Come on, Lady K. That's what I need too, girl. I need a man when you look at him, he look like he's sex. And let me tell you this, you can tell when a man is healthy by looking at his scrotum. I'm going to back it on up. That's it. You tell a woman is healthy by looking at the inside of her vagina. I'm going to back it on up. That's all I'm going to say. Because people say, well, how do you know if the man is healthy or the woman is healthy or the woman had a lot of sexual partners and the man had a lot of sexual partners? Well, one thing that you could tell is for a woman, how moist does she get? Does she get moist quick or does it take her some time to get moist? 1, 2. Of course, a woman who's had it a lot, it's going to take her a little longer to become moist because her body kind of got used to certain things that kind of threw off the energy down there. Unless, of course, she's with one partner. It takes about 6 months for the vagina to get used to a penis. So it could become regulated at that point. But either way, going into a man, looking at his scrotum, unless, of course, he got a birthmark down there, that tissue will still give you, even the tissue of the actual penile gland will tell you if that man is healthy, if he's very sexually active, and what he's putting in his body. Girl, I've seen pictures of people's stuff, and I'm like, you got kids? Excuse me? The mother never questioned how sexually active you is. Or I like when the guys say he's a virgin. I met guys that are like 23, 24. I'm a virgin. And you're looking like, girl, let me see that D pitch. Girl, bad. If you're a virgin, you've been slamming it hard with that hands, honey. Then they say, no, I actually have it. Girl, bye. You lying to me. You lying to me. Stop lying. Stop lying. So stop lying. Selective breeding. Yes, girl, that's going to be me, honey. I'm going to be listen, I would have been a selective breeder, Tasha. Girl, Tom, Dick, and Harry is not going to be inside me, girl. Honey. Everybody I have a kid with, we would be together for at least, for at least 6 months. Yeah, we'll be together for at least 6 months, and I would have to know a lot about you. Because what I'm going to do with my mom, I'm going to do a thing with my mom. My mom was always like, you need to sit down and write my story down. I'm going to do it. And it might be a documentary. But I'm going to do that because that's important for future legacies. Because my mom have kids who have kids, and their kids will look back, and my mom will be their great-great-grandmother one day. And, my grandmother, when she passed on, we know a lot about my grandmother, but there were some things I'm sure that she did not share. I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, honey. Yeah, I need to get dressed. I was going to take me a nap. Girl. I guess I'm going to get dressed. Oh, ooh, I'm over here gassy. I was going to take me a nap. I guess I'm going to get dressed, honey. I'm going to figure out, too, how to set up a call system so y'all can call in. Maybe we can do a series called Sexual Questions with the Sex Doctor. And we'll have a guideline of like terminologies, like the vagina would be the peach. The penis will be the banana. Peach, banana. The testicles will be almonds or walnuts. The booty will be the peach. The booty will be the peach. The vagina will be Uh, uh, the vagina will be the watermelon, the plum. The plum would be the vagina. The plum, banana, the peach, and the almonds. Because I love me some almonds, honey. How? Oh, the cherry. Okay, yeah, okay. The vagina could be the cherry. But cherries come with two on a strand, though. You sure you want to do that? I was thinking of plum because they say the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice, and the juice of the vagina is very sweet, and the juice of the plum is very, very wet. Okay, you poke a plum and watch how juicy it gets. Ow! No pun intended, but the pun is intended. How about that? Okay, and then the peach looks like a booty. You know, the peach got two butt cheeks anyway. Then a banana depends on what type of girl or guy you are. I love me a banana. I like for the banana to be peeled back. You know what I mean? I like me a banana that peels. We're okay with eggplants because you don't got to peel an eggplant. You know, some people have eggplants. You know, some people love eggplants, but I like bananas. You know, I like for you to peel back the peel of the banana, and yeah, so bananas for the penis, and almonds for the testes. For the semen, we'll say cream or milk. Yes, honey. And we'll say icing for, that's if people ask questions like that. You'll say, my plum, when my plum has a hard time staying moist. And typically when I do get moist and my partner enjoys the way the plum get all juicy and wet, my icing comes out a little clumpy. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mystic? Then I will say, yes, I do. Like pimento. Let me stop. Let me stop. Listen, y'all. Let me get dressed. Ooh. Breasts would be cantaloupe. No, we got to do watermelons, girl. Girl, cantaloupes are too tiny. Breasts will be, well, I guess they could be cantaloupes. Or we could just say melons. We could just say melons, honey. We'll say melons, breasts, banana, penis, plum, vagina. Testicles are almonds. Butt is peaches. Bodily fluid, we can give or take with that. Lady K, that's what they say, Lady K. Come on, Lady K. Ow. Come on, Lady K. That's what they say, girl. Girl, they say pimento cheese, girl. I said, girl, I can't. I said, I can't. So listen, y'all tell me ideas of what show y'all want to talk about tonight. We'll talk about it tonight. And if not tonight, we will do this week. We'll do this week because, of course, I just talked y'all ears off. How long was this chat for? 2 hours and 27 minutes, girl. But it's okay. Y'all energized me, honey. I was about to take that nap, but now I'm like, ooh, we can go again. I'm probably gonna drink me a yerba mate or get dressed and go get me some green tea. I need to go to Walmart tonight. I'm thinking about doing laundry too. I need to wash up my pillows. And I've not shampooed that carpet yet. Probably do that too. Okay, come on, honey. Come on, Lady K. No pimento cheese, girl. So listen, I'm going to end this chat, y'all. I'm going to end this chat, get up, wash my hair, shower, honey. And like I said, I'll be back, honey. If not tonight, later this week. Okay. And just give me your ideas. What you want to hear. I'm here for you. I'm here to talk about you, honey. You know, I'm here to share some teas. You know, give you my professional opinion about things. Okay? You can check out the blogspot, toyspirit8mystic8.blogspot.com for the spring equinox retreat information, as well as the lucky leprechaun oil. And what is the other thing that's up? I think that's it. Honey. Anyway. Love and light, honey. I yawn when I'm thinking, not when I'm tired, by the way, too. Love and light. Peace and bless, everybody. See y'all the next time. Be good to yourself and each other. Bye for now.